Caleb. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so last year we had the opportunity to build something really cool for Eneos. We built an E30 with an F20 in it. Kalen built a lot of it, almost all of it, right? So going into this year, I wanted to build something as a drift car that's kind of not built as a drift car very often. So here we go. For 2022, we're building a 997 GT3. So 997.1, and as you can see, it's had a little bit of a hit on it. And the idea is we got this thing from a buddy that purchased it from a dismantler. We put the motor that was in it into a 996 GT3, and we put the trans into a 997 GT3 RS. The whole drivetrain's gone. Of course, with this being another partnership with Eneos, we're gonna put something Japanese in it. So we don't know quite what we're gonna put into it. I wanted to walk you guys through kind of what is wrong with the car that we can see. And I'm sure we're gonna find some more things, but starting with a pristine 997 GT3 would almost be wrong, right? As a drift car?
That would be hard.
Yeah, and especially in this market, it'd be unaffordable. So we found a pretty messed up GT3, but I think the tub is good. I'm pretty sure the tub is good. So let's start from the front, I guess, and walk to the back. The guy has some sort of hit up here. I'm gonna guess like a curb or something that ripped off the suspension. Do we have any front suspension here? Is it inside? Let's see here. That's rear. Yep,
yeah.
that's rear. Let's see. Let me see if I have a. Digging through it. Look, this car actually had a cool suit. What an interesting setup. Like subwoofers, cool suit, lap timer. Yep, Newports. Stay cool. Oh, look at that. There's a PCA sticker over there. Yeah, Porsche Club of America. So some people might notice the ridiculous wood. Wood that's underneath the car. Essentially, we built a pallet to get it on and off of a trailer because all the suspension is destroyed, and the future of this car was really kind of unknown. Even though I wanted to build it as a drift car, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, because it was my buddy's car, and well, it wasn't mine yet. So now we were getting it off the trailer, and the wood structure collapsed. So we got on some jack stands and store some suspension, and hopefully getting rolling soon. Oh yeah.
Crack the plastic in the airbag.
Oh yeah. It just blows through the center of it.
Yeah, I mean right here too. It's like
Oh, crazy. Yeah, I'll just chop that.
trim.
Yeah. I mean, we got a Momo steering wheel coming, Momo seats, so I'll look nice and swanky. Ooh, glove box. Lots of evidence in the glove box, hopefully. So we're taking a look at the Nuke air jacks because we're honestly like little kids in a candy shop at the moment. Yeah. And if you notice, they're a lot thicker. There's more girth than a regular air jack because they use a lower PSI. So you can. I mean, if we had a small compressor here that went up to like 130 PSI, nice, good save there. Saved it from the baby carriage. So these are brackets that Nuke makes that you can weld either onto a cage or structure. And Kalen was like looking at it, he's like, oh, so there's two mounting points? And I'm like, yep. So if you notice that essentially slips in there. You want to do that? Here. A short time later.
2 minutes. There you go.
So let's say that one would go all the way up here, right? And then you run the collar all the way up, or flip it, and then you have another one down here. So everywhere I've seen on the 997 Cup cars, they mount these to the base of the main hoop. So there's two at the base of the main hoop, and the interesting thing about Porsche is they actually only use 3 air jacks typically because the front end's so light that you just put one kind of right in front of the fuel tank, and job done. Pretty sweet. Yeah, Nuke also has these like options of, I don't know, what would you call this, a sleeve? Yeah. So you can weld this to, let's say, like the junction between the main hoop, door bar or something, and you can make your own brackets, but at least it gives you a nice surface to mount to. Oh yeah.
Someone's already been in here.
Someone's been in here? What do you mean?
There's screws missing from the cluster.
Oh yeah.
And
So,
the dash and stuff.
yeah, because I think we took apart a decent amount trying to get to it, but so yeah, the other part of the front suspension is still on there. I don't know what that is. Those nuts? Poop? I don't know, something. Brake line's cut, obviously. Yeah. Well, the chassis for the Eneos GT3 is a little bit more damaged than we originally thought it was, but nothing that's not repairable. Next up, we're gonna have Illumisthetic come over and 3D scan the inside of the car, and then we're gonna send those scans off to Rob at Cage Kits so that he can CNC bend and notch the cage for it. Stay tuned.